Welcome, guys, to the first ever video I'm putting here on the BFB Media Group. It's your boy, Lone Barrel Gaming. I hope you guys enjoy this. I certainly enjoyed making this one. So, today, guys, we're going to talk about this handy-dandy thing called the learning curve. Now, learning curve and video games kind of go hand in hand. For one thing, we don't have a lot of time in our lives these days. And as more and more stuff gets into your life, you got to start investing time into other things. This can be somewhat of a problem when it comes to really going into the things you want to do in life. So, you got to start basically critiquing other things in your life and say, alright, can I do this? Can I do that? Yada, yada, yada. Things go out the window. I'm here today to talk about the process that kind of goes through. And it's this thing called a learning curve. And it's basically performance over the number of attempts at learning. So it's basically you have a very slow beginning, you have steep progress, and then you kind of plateau at a point. So we can basically break this down to video game aspects for you. So the slow beginning, that is when you are a noob. That is when you are first checking out a new game. You have no idea what's going on. You might even try to do something radical just to see how it works. And you're going to get laughed at, guaranteed. And someone's going to call you a noob. You're going to feel bad. But after a while, and more practice as you go through things, you're going to start moving up through the ranks. And you're going to hit the steep progression area where you start to trade off skills for the number of times you get better and better. We can see this in PUBG where we work closer and closer to getting to that top 10. We get more kills on the way to that top 10. And we just slowly start working our way up. Now, a lot of us hit this thing called a plateau. And this is where you get separated into two different categories. You get separated into this is as good as you're going to get and you're not going to get any better. And then there's the, if you work hard enough, you can get to the next stage where you can become a professional. Most of us are just happy at that plateau. This is where we're at. We're going to strive to make a couple things better here and there. Like we might be in PUBG, we might want to get a little performance drop a little bit better. We might want to do this a little bit better. But for the most part, we are where we're going to be at. And that is all there is to it. Now, that's not a bad thing. The learning curve can take longer. Then basically you can have a very longer slow beginning, a very quick steep progression, and your plateau lasts for the rest of the time. Or you can have it where you have a very quick slow beginning, you have a very long progression up to that plateau, and you get there. A good example of the fast beginning but a very slow progression would be Dark Souls. This is where you basically get, what's the best word? You die a lot. You die a lot and the game doesn't tell you a whole lot when it comes to this dying aspect. And you're just going to die and die and die. But each death, you are getting slowly better. In each attempt, you're getting farther and farther with that death. And you learn a little bit from every one of your deaths. And the game does not hold your hand. And there's a reason for that. Now, a game that has a very slow beginning, but after you get rolling, it's pretty easy to get to that plateau, would be Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is a very slow game at the very beginning when you're kind of learning everything. You're kind of learning how to run all the controls, run the ship, command the ship, and whatnot. And after a while, you do end up getting into the groove of things, and you start working through it. Alright, we can do this, we can do that, and we kind of start micromanaging things. But you hit that plateau of where, alright, we can do all these things, but we can do them better. And it just becomes with that practice to get up through that professional level. But we can do what we need to do. One that has a very fast beginning would be PUBG. And this is because there is no tutorial, just like there was no tutorial in the handy-dandy world of Dark Souls. Now, PUBG has a very steep progression, and it's going to take you a while to get up to the top 1% in the world because you got to grind through everything and you got to work towards everything. And you're going to fail throughout the process, but every time you jump into the world, you're going to be just that little bit better. And every time you die, you're going to take a little something from that. and you're going to push it towards the next one, and you're going to make everything better. That's the learning curve in a very, very simple, confined example. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed making this kind of stuff. If you guys want to see more of this, hit that like button. Tell me what kind of stuff you want to talk about next. I am going into teaching, so I do have a bunch of fun theories that we could talk about. Just let me know down in the comments what you want to talk about. This is Lone Barrel Gaming. You guys have a great day. Stay on the sunny side. Whew. Oh, hey guys, I didn't see you up there. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it. Now, you can click up here to see last week's episode. You can click over here to see the episode yesterday. If you click down below, there's a wonderful like and subscribe button in there. Hit those buttons so we can keep doing what we're doing. As always, guys, keep it on the sunny side, and I'll see you before you see me. Have a good one.